Hey, thanks for watching. And in this clip, the awesome Glenn Martin shares with us his view of, even if you're not Google or Facebook or one of these super big name companies, how you can attract the best talent. Enjoy. Let's say they're thinking, look, I'm not Google, I'm not Facebook. I can't offer free lunches, or I can offer free lunches, but I'm still not Google or Facebook. But I still need a first class kind of product team. What would you tell them? How would they attract those people?
Yeah, really good question. There are hundreds and thousands, nay, millions of businesses that are not Google and Facebook, first and foremost. So if you're looking at those businesses as a North Star, perhaps that's not proportionately fair to your business and or product to try and compete with those types of companies. I mean, you'll always get individuals that are attracted by the brand proposition that will go there and work for that type of company. I think for me, my first question to that individual is, irrespective of Google and Facebook, are you confident in the product that you have or products that you have? Do you feel that adds value, impact to the customers, whether it's B2B or B2C, that you serve? If the answer to that is yes, we have a good starting point to build a narrative and a story around why your business is attractive and should be attractive to potential talent. And that feeds into the talent brand and the employer brand. And I think with regards to your kind of benchmarking in the market, you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic in so much as, you know, there will be a percentage of the market that will naturally gravitate to Google and Facebook, but you're not competing with Google or Facebook. You're competing. So say, for instance, 20% of the market ends up drifting towards Facebook and Google. You have 80% of the market of talent to attract, engage, and hire.
It reminds you of one of the CEOs of Netflix said, look, we're not competing against, say, the BBC, just uses. We're competing against sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of knowing who it is you're competing against.
Exactly.
From my, I remember earlier in my career, when I was obviously a lot younger, I thought that, hey, having one of those big brands made sense. And then I got there and realized, okay, I'm one out of 132,000 people. I'm not having the impact that I would have hoped that I was going to have. And while it's great to have the brand on the CV, and my mom thinks it's awesome, however, from an actual being able to make an impact perspective, if that's something, and I think almost all really good product managers that I know, having an impact is a big deal for them.
Definitely.
Sometimes you're going to have that in other companies.
Are you doing meaningful work? Are you doing meaningful work, certainly from a product perspective, that, again, you feel is having an impact and delivering value to a particular consumer segment? And I think that for me is a great selling point, because ultimately, if you believe in it, you will talk passionately about it. That will be communicated to the individual you're trying to hire. And that in itself, I think, is a great way to attract and kind of ultimately as well retain talent, product talent. And yeah, you're right. I mean, it's always nice to, I guess it's similar to kind of the education kind of piece, right? If you've got a named or widely recognized kind of university on your CV, always stands out a little bit more than, I went to kind of London South Bank University. Now it's a reputable university, but it's certainly not one of the red bricks, right? So, but that hasn't inhibited me doing really meaningful work within the field of kind of recruitment. And, again, I think you have to kind of calibrate it correctly. And to your point, do your market mapping and actually understand who you're competing against within your market. Aspirationally, if you want to go toe to toe with Facebook, I think that the key thing you'll be competing on there is remuneration, because they pay way above market average. But do you really want to hire somebody that's really just focused on the remuneration? I wouldn't. I don't know many that would.